That is a beautiful song. I want to thank the sister who is our music coordinator on State of Intel Radio, Sister Amina. Thank you so much for picking that song. I would have never found it on my own. Um, a lot of people behind the scenes play a very important part in helping put this broadcast together, and I like to thank them. Thank you very much, Sister Amina. Tonight, we're taking a little bit of a turn. Uh, we talk about everything in the evolution of our people because everything is mental. All things are mental. There will never be an area that I won't address. I will leave no stone unturned in the mental evolution of my people. I'm going to focus on raising the mental frequency of the 1%. I said I give that breakdown because 99% of our people, are mentally dead or unaware. These broadcasts are meant to be a slap in your goddamn face to wake you up into awareness. I don't like to use that word consciousness anymore because anybody can be conscious. A dog could be conscious. A cat could be conscious. All that means is that you're cognizant of your surroundings. Doesn't mean you're in tune with them or you know exactly what it is that's going on or that you are receiving intelligence on how to maneuver in the world. Conscious and educated don't translate as intelligent. All totally different states of knowledge, of intel, of all different types of taking in of information. I don't like to use that word either because we broke that down in the state of intel as thinking in a formation. But intelligence, light, things that we can actually use, practical knowledge. That's what we're after in the state of mental. That's what we teach in the knowledge of intellect, things that we can actually move with, things that we can actually take in and move forward on. We're going to talk about that tonight. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares, and this is State of Mental Radio. And tonight we're talking about the real black men, the last real black men and black women on earth, because there is a shortage in real black men and real black women, but it's meant to be that way. Why I say that is because with each group that comes up, with each group, with each society, with each generation that comes up in the world, there's always going to be those who will move to the next level, who will advance in their thinking, versus those who will not. That's just, the law of nature. We put nature in motion as a system where the strongest survive and the weakest perish. Those who are mentally weak will perish. Those who are physically weak will perish. It is not for us to save the mentally weak or the physically weak. You can tell them and you can open their minds up, but you cannot give them a hand to convince them. You shouldn't have to convince people who want to evolve, because what happens is it becomes a fight. It becomes a debate. And you shouldn't have to fight so hard for the evolution and the salvation of a person other than yourself. You shouldn't have to fight. Shouldn't have to be a tug of war. These people should be on board. They should be willing to sacrifice the biggest thing that the black man and black woman have, which stands in the way of their evolution, their mental and physical evolution, and that is their ego. Their ego. The majority of interference, the majority of obstacles I get in my way of finding the 1%, because as I said, I'm out here to find the 1%. I'm not interested in the rest of the 99%. These are bombs I drop to bring out the 1%, for those of you who are just listening. to shake you out of the 99 percentile. In this evolution that we are experiencing, we have to understand that the real men and the real women who are on an advanced state, who are evolving out of the black race, who are evolving away from the males and females who are walking around, those who are mental beings, because I said that's the real definition of a black man, a real black men and black women, those who are mentally in tune. Men is short for mental, because you can be anatomically correct. You got male dogs, male cats, male birds, female cats, female dogs, female birds. But what makes them not men and women? They're male animals, but what makes them not men and women? Simple. The mental connection. Your mind, your mental, your natural intelligence, your mental connection is what makes you men and women, receivers. People who are going to receive higher intelligence. That higher intelligence that the elect, the 1% will receive is a knowledge known as mentellect for those who are mentally elect. That's what we came to give our people. This is the knowledge that's going to lift our people to the next level. Separate us. Separate us from a dying people. Now, when I say people are dying, I don't mean that they're going to physically drop dead within the next 10 or 15 or 20 years or 5 minutes, because they're already dead. They're just walking around. The people that you socialize with, associate with, your husbands, lovers, wives, friends, the ones of our people who are not tuning in to this frequency, who are not tuning into this mental evolution. We don't even realize nothing's going on. Who just living their lives every day and they don't even feel a change. They don't feel this stream of intelligence, this stream of high frequency intelligence going through the atmosphere. These are the people who are mentally dead. It's like trying to give a shock to the body of people who are already dead. You can't revive them. So you have a lot of people just walking around in a dead state. You say things to them and it doesn't register. I do it all the time. Like zombies. They just walk just aimlessly around, just performing menial tasks every day. These are the people that you men and women, you real men and real women, will come from amongst. You will breed the next generation. As I said in the Supermen, Superwomen project, you are the first class of a new race. A new race that's evolving out of the black race. Who's going to survive? Things are supposed to get bad in order to produce better people. I said racism, the things that happened with the white man and, our people got murdered and put into slavery and things of that nature, all the things that happened to us were our faults. And why I say that, a lot of people who are into the victim thing, into the victimization thing, will disagree. However, all obstacles, all things that are thrown in our way, all tragedies are supposed to make us stronger. Things that are thrown into your path every day are supposed to produce stronger minds, stronger people, people who will not make the same mistakes that the people of the past made in getting caught up. I'm going to throw you a scenario right now. What if I said that it was necessary for the white man to hang black people off of trees and kill black people? It was necessary. Now, a lot of people go, oh, he crazy. I can't believe he said that. It was necessary because a lesson had to be taught. People have to be sacrificed and a lesson to be taught. Hell, I might have to be sacrificed. People have to be sacrificed to be an example. It's like, say you come into prison, right? I'm talking to these men now. Say you come into prison and you don't want to be anybody's bitch. Excuse me for using the word. So you find the biggest, blackest, or whitest mofo you can find, and you bust his goddamn head open. You make an example out of the baddest person so everybody else knows not to mess with you. You hurt the most dangerous person. I know that because I've been in certain situations like that. I know of what I speak. Examples have to be made. People usually exist to be living examples. The reason why I say black people had to go through this is because what would have happened if you were allowed to roam aimlessly amongst the white race? A lot of you black men would have mixed your seed more than what you niggas do now. You would have mixed and brought all kinds of genetic defects into our bloodline if you were allowed to roam free amongst the white race. So what did the almond beings do? The guard race, the ones who control the white race, they used them to use you as an example to keep you away from them. All those were meant as warnings for you to stay away from them. All that was meant as warnings for you to look at them and look at what they're doing, and as far as building, something that you forgot when you went amongst the Africans and you started living like tribal people, when you forgot who you really were. You forgot that you were not building. You're here to build. My Nubian people, not the Africans. The Africans are mud dwellers. They're hut dwellers. They're dying off right now in Africa as a part of the evolution. A lot of them are not going to make it into the next world because they're primitive. You, our seed, our bloodline, our genetic was supposed to continue. We were the ancient Egyptians or Kemites, the Nubians. We were supposed to continue. But when we went into the West amongst the goddamn Africans, what did we do? We stopped building. We started to take on their ways. We started to live in grass huts. We started to participate in all kinds of stupid rituals instead of building, which that we came here to do. We were supposed to build. And what happened? What happened? What did the almond beings do to us? What did the future race, the God race, do to us? Our ascension, our ascendants. I don't talk about the ancestors. I talk about the ascendants, our future generation, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. Those are the God race. What did they do to us? They made us go into bondage. Why? Because whether we knew it or not, if we were not building for ourselves, we were going to be utilized to build somebody else's land. We were supposed to actually be here in America building a government, not amongst the goddamn Africans, not sitting in mud huts with them, dancing with our ass out. We were supposed to be building this country. Proof being, who was here first? Not the Native Americans, but the Olmecs, the Mende people. Mende people. They're our ancestors. Those were the ones who came here, and they set up in America first. Before the Indians, the so-called Indians, came here in the 4th century under a man named Hushin and mixed his seed in with the Olmecs, our people, the Mende people. They were the ones who were building the pyramids and things like that in South America and all those and Mexico. Our people. I posted up on the Facebook a picture of the real Native Americans. You understand? And I put up a picture of the Olmecs. He had a helmet on his head. How you know they weren't Africans? They wouldn't call them Africans. They were Nubians. They were of Nubian descent because Nubians are builders. Whether you call them Egyptians, Sumerians, all of these people, you know who's from the East and you know who's from the West. The Western Africans don't build. They're satisfied with living primitively. We, the Nubians, are builders. That's why they brought us here. That's why the white man came for us. He didn't take the Africans. He took the Nubians. You here in this society are Nubians. You are the new people, the Noon people. Those who came from the primordial abyss or the dark space of water, or what they call the primordial abyss, which was really another way of saying space, darkness. All right? You were supposed to set up a government here and build, not the white man. And proof positive of that is look at the colors he used. Look at the emblems he used. Notice he used ancient Egyptian and Sumerian emblems. His crest, his seal are all rip-offs of our ancient seals from ancient Egypt and Sumeria and Nubia. They're all rip-offs. Their colors, red, white, and blue, and the gold. That's our colors. Our colors are not red, black, and green. That's some foolishness these niggas made up here in America and that Pan-African movement to keep us going in a rotation where we start thinking that them people over there in Africa beating on drums and dancing and screaming are our people when they not. Though our people are amongst them. Nonsense like this and ideologies like that have slowed down the evolution of our people, of the real black men and black women that come out, because we're supposed to be builders. We're supposed to be building. We're supposed to be setting up a foundation. How does it start? By educating your children. First and foremost, people always ask me, well, intellectual, how do you build? You talking about this, you can't have no land, you can't do this, you don't need land to build. You don't need land to build. You need the minds of the people to build. And what I mean by that is start with your children. Start with building schools for them to educate them from grades 1 to 12. Where by the time they get 14 and 15 years old, they're supposed to be going into medical school. They're supposed to already be ready for college. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's how you start an evolution. All that gun talk you niggas talking about, that's that African revolutionary bull crap. They want our people thinking like that. They would rather call you an African in this country than link you to the Nubians and the builders. That was all a trick they played. That's a trick they played, and they've used a lot of these niggas here in America to pull that trick on us to tell us that we was Africans, and we fell for it. Yet when you go over, yet more of our people got a connection with Egypt and those pyramids and being in Nubia than we got with the Western Africans. Those are not our people. Whether people agree with it or not, it's the truth. I told you I'm going to give you the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat it and give people, tell people what they want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. We've been sitting on our ass, not building, because we've been under this mentality that somebody's supposed to do something for us. Right? This is the mentality of a black male. This is the mentality of an animal. What does an animal want? An animal wants somebody to take care of them. When you get domesticated. When animals get domesticated, what do they want? They start expecting people to take care of them. And what have you black men and black women been, what happened to you in this society? You've been domesticated by the goddamn white man. And, through his slavery and stuff, you've been domesticated. And he gave you food stamps and welfare. And then you expected him to take care of you. You expected him to take care of you. That's what happened. You've been domesticated, turned into animals, into males and females. There's no coincidence that they refer to you black men when they talk about you in the news. When they talk about what you did, they refer black male did this. Not black man did this, black male did that. And we know they say white male, but 9 times out of 10 they're always referring to you as black male this, black male that. They don't refer to you too much as a man here. Go back and listen to the reports when they talk about you in the news. There's a reason why they don't refer to you as a man. There's a reason why they don't refer to you black women a certain way. Females and males. Anybody can be a female and a male. We're supposed to be the builders. We were supposed to set up governments in this society. We were supposed to be continuously building. Just as we built in Egypt, just as we built in Sumeria, just as we built in Babylon, just as we built in the ancient Americas, we were supposed to continue here in America. We wasn't supposed to stop building. And because we stopped, we were made an instrument who was put at the disposal of other people. And what did we do? We ended up building America, and we built it for other people because we refused to build it for ourselves. But now as black men and black women who are in a state of evolution, we now know. I'm going to take a call. 917. 917, you're on the air. 917? Hello?
Yeah. How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
All right. I'm from West Africa, Ghana, and I'm from.
Where you from now?
West Africa, Ghana.
Uh-huh.
And I'm from the Ashanti tribe.
Okay.
And I understand you saying your lives among the Africans. So who are the Africans and who are your people that live?
Our people are the Nubians. Can you hear me? Hello?
Your people, the Nubians.
Our people are the Nubians. They lived
Okay.
amongst the Africans, the West Africans. I don't know how you look, sir. You might not even be an African. You're probably not even from the West.
I was born and raised there, but
It don't matter. We was born and raised in America. Don't make us Americans.
I agree with you. I agree with you because this is something I've been wondering all my life. Like, something just don't make no sense. But I couldn't put my hand on it, And
Well, I bet I from listening to you talking, I don't mean to cut you off. From listening to you talking, I bet you're not even African. I bet you Nubian. You living amongst the Africans and you think you're an African because I hear how you talk. I hear the tone of your voice and how you sound. You sound like you from over here, except for the little bit of accent in your voice from the, being in Africa. But you sound like you from here. You sound like you could be my uncle.
Yeah, well, I came to New York when I was like what, about 6 years old.
Mhm.
But from 0 to 15, I was in Africa. I was born here, But I always knew something just clicking, It's like, and I've been listening to you for a while, and I wanted to get clearance on what you meant by, the difference between a Nubian and an African, And so I'm just can listen to what you said and continue over what you said.
Okay. Well.
All right, bro.
Okay, brother. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Well, as I'm answering the brother, the Nubians are from the east. We're the people who are builders. You could tell there's a difference between us and the tribal Africans. The tribal Africans, I posted up on the Facebook, the tribal Africans look like Idi Amin. Those are your Africans. The ones who, the white man, when he colonized that part of the world, he started calling it, at one point it was Tunisia they called it, and then they called it Africa. Because I said our people didn't think in terms of continents. So we didn't have a name for a continent because we didn't think like continents. Africans in them, they thought in terms of sections. Whatever tribe they was from, they dealt and cut up the land in sections. They didn't think in continents, because there was so many different tribes. But what the Romans did, they came and they took control of the continent, and they just start calling it the continent, and they called it Africa after Leo Scipio Africanus. Our people in Nubia, what you call in Middle East right now, are the Nubian people, the ones who built Egypt, who built Nubia, who built Samaria, and wherever you see the pyramids at and things like that, when you see societies at, and even coming into America, our people built that. That's what the Nubians built, the new people, the Noon people. We was referred to, we were descendants of those Anunnaki that they were talking about in Sumeria. You see the word new. Wherever you see the word new, that's where our people at. You understand? The West Africans, they're hut dwellers. They're jungle dwellers. You understand? They're into that whole tribal thing and whatnot that they tried to get our people into. Some of our people got that blood amongst them. Some of our people do got it. That's why they have an affinity for the West Africans, and they get pissed off when I talk like this. You understand? Some of them, these are the people who can't advance mentally. These are the people that are trapped off in the whole cultural thing, and those are the people who are not going to evolve. But the Nubians, the new people, the Amen beings, are constantly supposed to be in a state of evolution. And our evolution was interrupted by foolishness. We are the new people, the Noon people. We took on a lot of different names. Noon, Nubian, Nuban people, and Nuban people. We took on a lot of different names. And it was all derivatives of that name, Nu. And the Nubian people are supposed to be still in a state of evolution. That state of evolution didn't stop. So what you're seeing right now, when you black men are getting hung on trees, killed off, and all this stuff that's going on, you shooting each other down, that's part of the evolution taking place. Y'all being took out of here. You understand that? The white man took our people out of here because those people obviously were meant to be a sacrifice. Before this country got into slavery heavy, it was blacks here. But when George Washington and them would come in here and they were trying to, the Pilgrims was here and everything, and the white man was trying to really lock this country down when it was still under British rule under Washington, and they wanted to be independent. It was black people living here. And you had black people who weren't slaves. What were they doing? They was mixing their seed with everybody, the white man, everybody else. You had that going on here. Y'all wasn't supposed to be doing that. You wasn't supposed to be mixing your seed outside of your bloodline. But when black people, whenever white people come around, whenever other races of people come around, we start to mix our seed and we weaken our bloodline. That was wrong to do. We went against our genetic code, and we suffered for it. If we wouldn't stop laying with the white man and the rest of the races, the almond beings would force their law on us by throwing us into slavery under these people, to make you see that these people are not your people, to make you see that you're not supposed to mix your seed. How you know that is because whenever the white man got the notion to hang a black man or cut off a black man testicles or whatever he did in the 1900s and whatnot, he always claimed, oh, you was looking at a white woman. Oh, what you think about looking at a white woman? Now, true, he raped his way through the black woman, but you black men, y'all had a desire. A lot of you black men had that desire for these white women. You black males, and you black males still do. Even as much as you niggas talk this nonsense about, black power, black revolution, a lot of you still sleep with white women and other races. And you're further degenerating the bloodline. Right? The Black Panthers was doing it. We knew they were sleeping with white women. You understand? They can't lie and say they wasn't. The Israelites, they sleep with white women. Some of them sleep with white women. Some of you 5%, y'all sleep with white women. Y'all will do it. So the line has to be drawn. Y'all had to be punished. That's why the black man suffers today, because you took your mind off a building. You were reduced from men to males. Those who were anatomically correct, but those who were mentally cut off. You're supposed to be ahead of everybody, but you have no discipline. Those who will start to build that discipline up again, those real men and women who will come from beyond the males and the females who fall into the level of animals, you will be the new God race. The real God race. Not just some nigga talking about I'm God. Or some chick talking about she goddess or whatever. Real. You will be those new people. You are the evolution of that new race. You are the last real black men and black women on earth, the real ones. And so much so that the males know it. The average black male and the average black female, they know it. They just don't acknowledge it. They just notice when you get some certain knowledge of yourself and you start advancing in your way of thinking, they want to get away from you. Because what's happening is you're forming a mental connection. A new light is coming over your face. A new power is starting to take hold of you. And they see it. Even before you recognize what's going on. You become an outcast. You're starting to become, when you become an outcast, what's happening is you're starting to actually really become God. That's what's happening. Because God is the outcast. God is the one that nobody really wants to be around or be or take responsibility of being. Everybody, it's good to wear the title because you niggas y'all got the ego thing going where you talking about, oh, the black man is God and this, that, and the third. Y'all like to wear the title, but you don't really want to live it. You don't want to be responsible for it. You don't want to wear the crown. You understand? You got to put in work to have that crown. You got to be responsible. Nobody wants to be responsible. They just want to wear the title. Nobody really wants to be on that level of God. They don't really want that because that's hell. That's hell. That's hell to be responsible for people, to have to be responsible, to have to stop doing things, to stop living like an animal, because that's what you really live like in this society. You're just an animal. You no different than the animals. They put you down on an animalistic level. Everybody pretty much in this society, not just the black man, but the white man, the Eastern, all of them are on an animal level, and you black males are right with them. I can't call you black men. I can't call you black women. Y'all black males and females. You know you black females are on the level of animals because what are you doing? You sewing in dead animal hair into your head. That Malaysian hair you getting from the East Indian woman or the Malaysian women, those people are of the human race. So by virtue of that, you are sewing animal hair into your head because these people are animals. Did not the white man teach you that the human race are animals? They part of the animal species. So if they're part of the animal species and you're sewing their hair, aka fur, into your head to call yourself looking a certain way, then you are on their level. You are vibrating on their low frequency. You black women or you black females are animals, just like you black males are animals. You're not men. You're not women. You're not mentally in tune. You're not connected. Think on that. Think about it and think really hard about, are you fit to move into the future? Are you fit to evolve? Can you make it? Do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to move into the future? See, the white man, he serves a purpose. I say he keeps order here. He does keep order. You might not like how he keeps order, but he keeps it. Look at him and learn. See, because at one point he looked at you and learned. Now you have become childlike in your mentality. You have become weak. You black males and black females, you become weak. You've took into resting on the laurels and the accomplishments of your so-called ancestors when you ain't accomplishing a goddamn thing yourself, but sitting around bitching and moaning and complaining, living in the shell of people who already accomplished something. How weak is that? We in a state of evolution right now. That's what's taking place. Certain people are going to vibrate on higher frequencies, and they're going to take in higher intelligence. We wouldn't leave. See, back in the day, we didn't want to leave from amongst the Africans, so we had to be forced out from amongst the Africans. The Africans forced us out. You understand? Who notice, like I said, people like Idi Amin and them, you know, those real Africans, how come you don't see them here in this country? People, why you don't see more black people that look like that? Why you see more black people? We all look the same. We got fros and braids and stuff like that. And you look in Egypt on the walls, you see the same people that look like us here in America. That didn't happen by coincidence. We didn't get here by coincidence. It's the reason why people like Idi Amin and those Africans look like Alek Wek, that model, they not here. Even though she's from Sudan, but she's a West African. I bet you any amount of money she's an implant. There's a reason why people like that, the majority of people, our people all look the same over here versus that. And the white man used to tell us that lie, and these simple-minded Pan-African niggas used to tell us that lie that, oh, well, we look like that because we got mixed in with the white man. BS. BS. You know how you know that's a lie? Because you could look at Barack Obama. He's a real African. You could look at him and tell he's an African. His mother's white, and he still look like an African. You could tell he don't even look like us. He's not Nubian. That's why they chose him. You understand that? That's real. You are supposed to be going through an evolution and an ascension. The only way you're going to be able to go through this evolution and this ascension is when you receive this right knowledge, or this bright knowledge, I should say. Not to be associated with the Nuwapians. No disrespect to them, though. Bright knowledge for a bright race. A new race that will come out of the black race. When we come back, I'm going to tell you exactly why the white man refers to our people and the rest of the races as people, the dark races. All right? When we come back. The Africans, they had a gripe with our people. You understand? Because when we were in Egypt and Nubia and places like that, and we were building, we would go and take things from them, or trade with them, and take gold and animals and bring them over. You would see us transporting things from those lands over here on down the Nile on ships and things like that. And the Africans, they didn't really build anything. We looked at them as savages back then. Just as when we had to go live amongst them, we looked at them as the same way. So when the white man came, he came to them first. He looked at the ones who were supposed to be the most dominant people, the ones who were more savage, and he got with them to enslave us, because he noticed when we were there, we were trying to build things. Even though it was small and it was primitive, we were trying to build. We were trying to get back in tune to build things. Same way that would happen if you got a movement together here. You understand? When we tried to build and get something together, what did the white man do? See, it always continues. He always gets the most ignorant niggas to help try to tear the movement down. Same way he did in Africa. When we was trying to build and trying to put a civilization together in the West, and the Africans, the tribal Africans, right? The tribal Africans, he got them to help chase us down and take us into slavery. Because you see the old Roots movie where he had the Africans helping to capture our people. Why do you think he was using certain Africans to do that? He picked by tribe, and he knew how people looked, the ones to take and the ones not to take. He knew who the builders were. He knew based on our hair and our texture and our features that we wasn't like the Africans. We would be building small things in places and whatnot because we still had that builder's mentality. Same way when we came here. And in this millennium, because some of the Africans did make their way over here. Some of their descendants are here, and you know them. Some of them did make their way over here. Some of them did mix in with us. Some of their children are here. You know them when you see them. They the ones, whenever we trying to build something or get a proper knowledge going amongst our people to start building, like we supposed to be channeling the building, these niggas always come out of the woodwork and they got something negative to say. Or the white man uses them to infiltrate an organization. They the first to run with the white man and infiltrate the organization, try to tear it down. Right? They always got something negative to say. They link to Africa. They love the red, black, and green. They don't know why. They love the tribal dancing and stuff like that, but when you say something about building, these niggas go blank. You say something about, they try to associate Egypt together. Those two are not even the same. You know that Africans and the Nubians are different because, like I said, look in Africa now. You don't see nothing there except for what the white man put there. The white man came and built those cities. The Nubians were builders on their own. They don't want you associated with that because that's part of our evolution. That's part of those last people on earth, because the last people on earth, the last real black men and black women on earth are going to start the building process again. But it has to start with the evolution of the minds of the people first and foremost. See, the savages, they the ones that want to talk about picking up a gun and shooting somebody and killing somebody. Those are your black males who angry. You understand? Those are the ones who feel like somebody owed them something. That's that African mentality. You understand? You know why it's the African mentality? Because what did the white man do when he came amongst the Africans? He gave them beads, he gave them liquor, he gave them whatever junk and little trinkets he gave them. He started off by giving them stuff. So them people have a gimme mentality. What did the white man do? He came over there and gave them a little bit of his technology and things like that. So they have a beggar's mentality. They have their hand out as well because they're not naturally builders. The white man didn't bring them here in abundance. He brought our people here in abundance, the true builders. We're the ones that ended up joining the Freemasons and the Nation of Islam and Dr. York and them when we had that builder's mentality, that builder's spirit in us. You understand that? But then what happened? Those African niggas who linked to those primitive savage Africans always come and they try to bring something down because they're linked to the Africans. The Africans don't build anything. They're tribal. They wild. Everything with them is primitive. Sex. Everything is primitive. And when you talk about building and trying to do something, they don't want to. The first thing they want to do, what if we do? What if this happened? Well, why this? And I'm not saying the people who have these concerns that you automatically link to the Africans. What happens is that these niggas who lead these organizations, they're linked to the Africans. They're linked to the white man. They love to push black, red, and green. They don't want to push if anything, talking about the Olmecs and the Sumerian one, though they might talk about it and whatnot, but they never have a future plan. You understand? They want to push history because they in league with the beast to slow down the evolution and the coming together of these new people to bring forth this evolution because it's already in our genetics to keep building. But you're not building. It's in our genetics to move forward and build. Even when you sisters in the club shaking your ass or doing what you doing, or what, like I said, our people, the 1% are everywhere. The 1% is the ditzy chick who hanging around the other ditzy chicks, where she might have ideas like, damn, I don't want to be stupid. Why am I acting stupid with the rest of these chicks? Or she might be in the club shaking her ass because she need money to take care of her baby, but she's like, I really don't want to be doing this. I want something better for my baby. But the other chicks, they shaking their ass, they just clueless. That's the black woman amongst the black females. That's the Nubian amongst the Africans. Or you have the black men who the guy standing in the corner, he got his pants hanging off his ass and whatever, but he really don't want his pants hanging off his ass. He's like, damn, why I'm doing this? But he ain't man enough right now to say, I don't want to do this no more. These are the people that are going to start getting these thoughts generated in their head, these images, because the building law has went out. What do I mean when I say the building law, the building code, the building genetic has gone out? Why does the white man use the word building codes? What does that really mean? There's a code in you, a frequency that picks up in you. And when that frequency and code goes off to build, to come together, you all are going to start doing it. You're going to hear certain things resonating with you, even in these broadcasts. Y'all going to come from the most damnedest places. Going to be, like I said, y'all going to be the chicks dancing in the clubs. You're going to be the airhead chicks. You're going to be the guys who would stand around with their pants off their ass. You're going to be the ex-Muslims, Christians, 5%, whatever you are. You're going to all be all of those things, because you're going to come out from amongst those people, because you're going to realize that those movements are dying. They're going nowhere, and the people in them are going nowhere. You're going to start to move into an evolutionary state, because you're all going to start becoming receivers. You're going to become rays. When I said the word ray from the word Amun Ray meant to receive, I said y'all going to become receivers. This is the evolution. You're being prepared for something. Those of you who this message resonates with. You're not listening for any reason. You know, out of thousands of people, millions of people on Facebook, certain people this is going to resonate with. Those are the people who are going to move to an evolutionary state. When you start mentioning things about the future and that clicks in with our people and it attracts them, you are the next generation. To those niggas who still caught in the circle of the past, they still talking about Pan-Africanism, Islam, the lessons, the degrees, and all that other nonsense, and masonry and all that, they're not of the future. They're just for that time. They're not mentally in tune. They're not men and they're not women. They've been reduced to males and females, animals. Same thing. Not thinking. Trained, domesticated. These people in these movements have been domesticated like animals. That's why the white man trained you. He was training you like an animal. The difference between a male, like I said before, and a man is one who's mentally in tune. Men are mentally in tune. Males are no different than animals. You're two-legged animals, like the humans. Same thing with the female and the woman. Women are mentally in tune. Beings with wombs who are mentally in tune. You are seeking out those men. You're going to mate and lay down with those men. They're going to become your husbands. They're going to become the fathers, and y'all going to bring another progeny. You're not supposed to lay down with the males because the males are animals. You understand that? Their only rhyme and reason for laying with you is to screw you, not to bring about an intelligent bloodline and a seed. Watch who you're laying down with these days. The majority of the black race think on the level of animals. Males and females, they're just another species of animal. Those who are anatomically correct with the rest of the animals. But there's no mental connection. Small frequency connections. Animals, I said, are those who are animated. You understand? They move and they live to eat, sleep, and screw, and procreate. You understand that? What is the black race doing other than that today? I'm going to prove to you there's really no difference. What are our people doing other than that? The majority of our people. But eating, screwing, right? And sleeping. What are they doing beyond that? The majority of the people, what are they really doing? Going to work? You understand? What are they really doing? You're watching the evolution of a people right now in front of your face. Those of you who are listening to my voice, you're watching an evolution take place because you couldn't listen. The average black man or black male and black female couldn't listen to this. They get pissed off, they angry, because I post all over the place in every group. They couldn't listen because they're not part of the evolution. They're not part of the future. They are the walking dead. Just as the animals perished off the earth, when they talk about in the Bible, just use the Bible for a second, where they talk about how God wiped off the animals and wiped off the people because he saw in his sight the people were no different than the goddamn animals. That's why he got rid of them. But he kept a certain genetic and a bloodline of the people for a reason, because those were the people that can be utilized to receive higher thoughts to continue on. That's you people now. That's you people that I'm gathering within the state of Mendel while I'm doing these radio broadcasts. I'm not doing it because I want to be heard or because I want to be, for this, that. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the 1%. You already started to see the destruction of man and mankind, or the males and the females. You've seen the destruction. You've seen the big destruction in Haiti and Africa. All that's being done purposely. The almond beings are destroying these people. And the planet will be left open for the real men and real women on Earth who are going to evolve, the real black men and real black women who are going through an evolution where you're no longer going to be referred to as black people anymore. You're going to be the almond race, the Mentalians, the bright race. That's what's coming. That's future thought, future knowledge, receivers, rays, receptionaries. These are the things that are coming into the future right now. They're going to start to resonate. Or you will get trapped off with the rest of the black males and the black females. Why do you think the white man focused the powers that be, the elite, referred to you as the dark races? You know why he refers to you as black and the dark races were amongst the rest of the other people? You know why he refers to you that way? Because he knows you're in darkness, meaning ignorance. You don't know who you are. That's why he calls you the dark races. That's why he's able to rule. He seeks light all the time. He seeks light. He seeks intelligence all the time. You're supposed to be evolving as the bright race, the intelligent ones, the ones who are in tune, receiving knowledge from that God race, the almond beings into the future. Your children, your grandchildren who are already living, who have already advanced and evolved. Don't you worry about your goddamn ancestors. You need to be worrying about your future progeny. They looking back at your black asses today on this planet doing nothing. Your great-grandchildren, they're looking back at you. They looking back at you shaking their goddamn heads at the stuff you do. See, because if we don't go through this evolution right now, if we don't make it, they don't make it. That's what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing for the ascension. The children, the babies, the grandchildren, because they already living. I don't focus on the present. Listen to the things I said. Pick up my words, because I don't say everything, but those who are in tune, you're going to pick my words up. You're going to pick up my words. This is not a radio broadcast. I say this is not something to entertain. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to find the 1%. I'm not playing. Because I know what's going to happen to the rest of the black males and females out here. More death and more destruction. And it's going to be done to show you a lesson as a sacrifice for the 1%. It's going to be done to sacrifice and show you the sacrifice of 1%, because if you don't believe my words or you don't acknowledge what I'm saying, I don't like to use the word believe, but if you don't acknowledge what I'm saying is true, watch how our people are going to start dying off in droves. The white man is being given the order to assassinate our people, to assassinate his own people, get rid of them. That's supposed to happen because they're keeping the ignorance going. They're in the way of your children and our progeny, the next generation coming on the planet. They're going to take up too much goddamn food. They're going to take up too much space. So you're going to be the last people left on the earth to repopulate. You are in darkness right now, but now you're going to receive light. This is light. Light is intelligence. Light is streams of frequency, mental high frequency that will penetrate, that is penetrating into this atmosphere with sunburst. With each sunburst, we're going to have a major sunburst between now and 2014, a major sunburst, and you're going to start seeing these light frequencies coming through the atmosphere. Do you know what the hell that is? That's frequencies of knowledge. Those are encodes. Those are messages on that light. All light carries messages. Water carries messages. Everything is encoded here. And we're supposed to be receiving that intelligence, and we're supposed to be building a new atmosphere, a new everything is supposed to be built here. This is in the future thought. But we start with the babies first and foremost. This is reality. That's not reality. The world that the humans and the black males and the black females living in, that's not reality. These chicks clapping their ass in the damn club, that's not reality. That's BS. You niggas standing around with your pants hanging off your ass, that's not reality. That's the reality that the white man gave you. He created that reality. You know how you know he created that reality for you dumb niggas? You know how you know he did that? Because he did the same thing to the white rocker kids in the 70s. They were standing around with their pants hanging off their ass smoking weed. And doing the same thing you niggas doing like Lil Wayne doing right now. They was doing the same thing. That's how you know he just rehashed that whole image and gave it back to you niggas. That's why you stupid niggas walking around here wearing Kiss t-shirts and goddamn Ramon t-shirts. You got that white rapper rocker spirit with you now, that mindset, that mentality with you now. All manufactured. Or you black women sewing dead Indian hair in your head and dead Malaysian hair from these mankind, these humans. You understand? That's what shows and proves that world is not real. That you black women think is so real. Or you go and get your Louis Vuitton bag and your Gucci bag. That's some fake reality they made up. That's why they got something called reality TV. Everything they do in this society, in this existence, is false. And you black people chase it. You chase their education over the technology. I'm not saying don't go and get the technology. Don't go and learn to be doctors and things like that, things that's going to stimulate your mind, or nurses or things we need. But you chase their education, their philosophy, their psychology, and their BS. You understand that? You chase that because you want to be good citizen niggas. You understand that? You talk like them. You got your concerns are theirs now. You've become human. You have become human. You have thoughts, low vibrational thoughts like them. You think about killing yourself now. You become depressed. You bounce back and forth like tennis balls between good and bad, like the humans. And you at the mercy of polarities now. You just like the goddamn humans. The animals. You're supposed to be the almond race, the God race. For those of you who tuning in, who think, what is this? What is this? But I got a feeling a lot of you who are tuning in, you are really tuning in. You are seeing where I'm going with this. This is not your Pan-African hour. This is not your Egyptology hour. This is not your black revolutionary black fist. So if you're looking for get the hell out of my chat room if you're looking for that. This is not coon nigga radio. Matrix talk. This is evolutionary talk. This is future intelligence talk for those who are in a state of evolution. I didn't start that Supermen, Superwomen project for no reason. I didn't start it for no reason. I didn't start the State of Mental for no reason. These things are flowing through to connect to the chosen few, the elect. That was real in Revelation when it said the elect are going to come together. The meek shall inherit the earth. The meek are the intelligent, the ones who are in tune. You're not going to take part in the things that the humans are concerned with. You're not going to take part in politics. You're not going to be sitting around worrying about Barack Obama or who the hell going to be president next year or next 4 years, or all these things that they use here to distract you. You're not going to be sitting around talking about Ashe and Black Power and Pan-Africanism and red, black, and green, or clapping your ass in the clubs, because all that's going to start to pale in comparison to who you really are. We're going through an evolution of who we are, who we actually are. These people who got you hooked up in all these churches and these this nonsense, they trying to tell you who you're not. They trying to tell you that you the Africans, that you the ancestors, all these things to keep you from evolving and moving forward. They all have the same thing in common. And you know what? For those of you listening to white men, whoever listening, I hope you think I am crazy. This guy done lost it, because that's what it's supposed to sound like. It's supposed to sound like crazy frequency to you, but those who are in tune, you know what I'm talking about. For you simple-minded niggas who vibrate on the same submental frequency as the humans, as the white man and the rest of mankind, it's supposed to sound crazy to you. It's supposed to sound like scratches and weird frequency to you. It's not supposed to sound right to you. You understand? So don't look to these niggas to judge, well, what is he saying? That don't sound right. It ain't supposed to sound right to you. It's supposed to sound like crazy talk. It's supposed to sound like that. You understand? I want it to sound like crazy talk to you, because what sounds like crazy talk to you is light to other people. You understand that? It's light. It's power. It's messages. It's frequency. It's resonating with the elect, the 1%, the chosen few. It's not supposed to be for the rest of you people. The 1%, you will truly inherit the earth. You are the God race. You are the ones who are rising out from amongst the black race. The black race is dead. They are dead. They just waiting to lay down. I do these broadcasts to find you. I put myself out here to find you. I tell you sisters out here who looking for real black men, who acknowledge that you real black women, to walk the hell away from these black males. Because they are animals. They're going to infest you with their thinking, and probably with diseases soon. They're not in tune. They are stationed to die. They are stationed to check off the planet. You black males and females in the populace, you 99 percentile, you are in the lottery of death. You serve no purpose. There's a brighter race coming beyond the black race. There's a reason why you black women are not attracted to the pure Africans. You know you're not attracted to them. I'm not talking about the Africans who are Nubians who are amongst them, but there's a reason why you're not attracted, just like you black men ain't attracted to them African women, except the ones who look like they Nubian. You attracted to women who look like Iman, but not like Wek. Two totally different women. Two totally different people. Two paths. One moving in a revolution and one moving in an evolutionary straight line. An advanced intelligence. This is where we're heading. How many of you can see where I'm going? How many of you can see that? See, because, like I said, I want it to sound like crazy talk to the ones who are not in tune. I want them to say, that nigga's crazy. Good. Good. This nigga is crazy. Just like I'm as crazy as Dr. Sabi. When they said that nigga was crazy. But look at what he doing. Look at what that crazy nigga doing. Look at what this crazy nigga's doing. He got you all tuning in because what is being said by this crazy nigga is resonating with you. Everything in this society was geared at turning you into Africans. Because what are the Africans? Primitive people. Everything was meant to go against your evolution, to produce. The evolution is in your genetics. It's implanted in your genetics. You are implanted with evolved genes that are constantly in a state of evolution. You're supposed to constantly be moving forward, not backwards. The white man wants you to be an African because he knows the Africans are going nowhere. He knows the Africans are primitive. When you black women sew that red hair, when y'all do all that funny colors in y'all hair and the perms and stuff like that, that's actually him turning you. He promotes that in his hair magazines, that he owns all those hair magazines that you black women buy. You know that, right? Through the black man, he might do black man, but he really owns them. But he tries to get this image of you black women perming your hair and putting this dead extensions in your hair. Ain't that what the African women do in their tribal ceremonies? When the African women don't they shake their ass into loud music and real fast music like a bunch of savages and that like I said with the 808? What does that have to do with your evolution? That's going against your evolution. They try to promote that to you because they want to slow down your evolution. They want you in an African mindset. Why the hell you think they call you African Americans? Because they promote the Africans as jungle savages, and it's all going against your evolution as a builder. You're supposed to be building. You 5%, y'all say it, and you don't even realize the fact that you feel natural with the time of saying the word building, 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 but that's actually supposed to be resonating and coming out into a physical thing of actually building structures. They don't have to be big structures, but building something. Building structures. That's why you say that. But everything is geared to turning you into an African and producing an African mentality, because the word African came from them. That was the first slave identity they gave to you, was African. All done to slow down your evolution. Did not the Romans give us that identity? Everything is geared towards slowing down your evolution, to playing this thing out, walking this thing through. When you black women in the club shaking your ass with some ignorant nigga in your face, that's all that African mindset. When all you want to do is party, when all you want to do is you black men want to do is lay on your ass and do nothing in the hoods and not do a damn thing, that's that African mentality. Because if you go over to Africa and look at them tribal niggas, that's all they doing is sitting on their ass doing nothing. You understand? Just going out to get something to eat, scratching their ass, doing nothing. Sometimes they starving like some of you niggas are. So everything is done to produce an African mentality in you. That's done purposely, but you don't see it. You want to talk about Willie Lynch and all that. Willie Lynch is done to produce an African mentality in you. You know how? Turn the young against the old or old against the young. And how you guys form gangs and y'all fight each other. Ain't that what the Africans do in their tribal warfare? Aren't the Africans always fighting in tribal warfare when they always going through these tribal fighting over stupid things? So when you be careful, you calling yourself an African, you taking on the African mentality. I just showed you the difference between the Africans and the Nubians. The Africans are not builders. The Nubians are. You are Nubians by nature. You black women, y'all supposed to be builders by nature. You're supposed to be the ones who are evolving first. Because like I said before, you black women, when y'all see something wrong, you don't like your surroundings, y'all the first ones to be like, hell no, oh hell no, I got to do something. I don't know if I got to work, do something, I got to change this. But some of you black women have been infected with that African mentality where you don't want to evolve. You want to stay on welfare. You want to stay in the projects. You want to lay on your ass and have babies and sell your kids to the white man so he can put Ritalin in them and all kind of experimental drugs, because that's an African mentality. The Africans, they got their hand out. I'm talking about your tribal Africans. They'll take whatever you give them. You black women that mix your seed with the African, with the white man, and accept the white man into your bloodline. That's what the Africans do? I told you that story about how the white man said he went in amongst the tribal Africans and all of them, and some of the Africans today, some of them are still tribal, even though they putting suits and stuff on and dresses on. They still got that tribal mentality. How the white man went amongst them, and he was able to sleep with their women and whatnot, and they accept him. Ain't that what you niggas in America do? When you accept the beast, you lay with him, you want to have babies with him. That's how you turn out kids like Sade and Barack Obama and them, because you still got that mentality. You want to lay down with him because you vibrate on his frequency. Ain't that how it go? That's your tribal Africans who just put suits on. And they try to infest you with that mentality, especially you black women. The low frequency vibration is an African one. They do it, and they trying to infest the babies with that. Like I said, listen to the 808 kick drum. Look at your little Waynes in them. They look like a bunch of tribal Africans. Look at these niggas. Tattoos all over their face, markings all over their face. They look like Africans. You don't see the resemblance? You don't see how they trying to drive you backwards with an African vibration? The 808 kick drum meant to make you primitive, all to slow down your evolution. But the ones of our people who are going to see all this that I'm showing you, where it's resonating with you, where you're starting to pick this up, you are the evolved. You need to be coming together, because pretty soon all we're going to have is each other, the 1%. The 1% is only going to have each other. You're not going to, don't think the black race is all going to stand with you. They're going to turn on you just like the white race would. Hell, sometimes the white man, some of the white people might leave you alone, and these niggas will turn on you faster because they got that African blood in them. They got that African mentality. They've been infected. Same way the Africans turned on the Nubians. Same way these niggas are going to turn on the 1%. If you don't come from amongst them. Stop laying with them. Stop associating with them, conversating with them, because the frequency that you're going to give yourself up in a minute. They're going to turn on you. You're going to find yourself in fights and in arguments because you're not thinking on the same low vibration as them anymore. You're not going to be smoking weed no more if you in tune with this. You're not going to be drinking liquor. You're not going to be sitting around talking about the same nigga nonsense over and over again. You women ain't going to want to have the same stupid conversations with these other black women. You ain't going to want to be in the club clapping your ass cheeks and whatnot, or shaking your ass with knowing that you're being downloaded with that African mentality. That's what you've been downloaded with and you've been infected with. Same way a virus infects a computer, you black women and you black men have been infected mentally with that African download. And they've been doing it. They've been doing it ever since they've been making goddamn Tarzan movies, making fun of the Africans, and then going to turn around and tell you African. Showing them in trees and stuff like that, and going against who they know you really are. You don't bring those kind of people here to build. You understand? Y'all supposed to be building. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be receiving this intelligence. This ain't something but it's supposed to turn on. You like the radio broadcast, you turn on, and this is something you doing part-time. No, this is something you're supposed to be identifying with and trying to make happen. You're supposed to be bringing that frequency here to this planet, strengthening this frequency. I was telling a brother and a sister, y'all supposed to make it your duty to find the 1%. Bring the state of mental to your cities so that we can teach the 1%. You're supposed, if you feel you are really 1% and you're not just running your mouth, or you part of the 99 and you're going to sit back and watch our people get pushed back into servitude, get pushed back into that primitive African mentality, lied to. It's already happening. Because you're pushing against, some people are going to push ahead, some people are going to push backwards and into the circle. The Africans are in a circle. They're in a vicious circle right now. That's why the almond beings are getting rid of them. Those of you who are vibrating on that low frequency, the almond beings will get rid of you too. It's no mistake that the AIDS went through Africa and the white, and they used the powers that be, the beast, to push AIDS through Africa, because that was the God race telling them to get rid of the Africans. The Africans serve no purpose. The the tribal Africans, get rid of them. You see them now. It was a time, obviously, when they land grew food. Now you see them land don't grow no food no more. It's famine. That's going to happen. Certain people are going to evolve. Certain people are not. That's a fact of life. Just like certain people have to die off for certain people to be born. That's a fact of life. A lot of people don't want to hear this part, but this is the evolution. Whether you stay here and move on into the future or whether you die off, that's a reality of what's taking place. We're in a state of evolution. And a lot of our people don't want to hear that because they got this we love everybody mentality and, we love everybody. Nigga, you love Raheem down the block who's selling drugs? Because Raheem got the African mentality. You understand? Whether he know it or not, I ain't talking about no Africa, but you vibrate on that low frequency with them. The Africans are the black version of the beast. They have the beast mentality. You understand? The do-nothing mentality. You're supposed to be building as a real God. The 5%ers, they had a bit and piece of it right when they say God be building, but it's not just talking. It's actually building. It's actually supposed to be putting things together, bringing knowledge to the ascension, to the progeny. Who's talking about the ascension? These niggas talking about the ancestors. That proves that you niggas in tune with the Africans. You niggas are talking this ancestry talk. You supposed to be thinking about the babies that's coming forward. That's the God talk. That's the Amen beings. That's what the Nubians did. The Amen beings. We talked about future ascension. We ain't talk about the past. We know about the past. We wasn't trying to connect with the past. We was trying to move into the future. We was trying to receive higher frequency. That's why, like I said, when you saw in Egypt, you saw the pictures of the goddesses with the sun over their head. That represented light. That represented them pulling in intelligence, being connected from on high, receiving from the fourth plane, the mental plane, receiving higher intelligence, future thought, advanced knowledge. People ask, where's this future knowledge, where's this knowledge, this higher knowledge come from? It's coming from the future. The future has already happened. We're supposed to be receiving thoughts from the future to advance us into the future, to guide us into the future. But a lot of y'all, like I said, either you carry the blood of the beast or you carry the blood of the African, where you caught in that vibration, where you're not concerned with the future. So we're not talking to you. We're talking to the 1%. The 1%, as I said, you will inherit the earth. The evolution has started. There's nothing nobody can do about it. All the beast can do is try to fight the evolution. He can try and fight it by pushing more little niggas out every week, by trying to distract you black women with Gucci and Louis and all kind of nigga nonsense. Putting out more hair magazines, putting out more stupid stories about J and B and how they baby look. Who gives a crap? You understand? They put these people out for a reason. You understand? To distract you from your evolution. They know the state of evolution is taking place, and y'all not going to get it. Y'all going to miss it. Why? Because y'all tuned into this nonsense here. This false life, this false reality, this false world. You tuned into sex with these low-frequency niggas. You black women, you tuned into sex with these low-frequency niggas, these males. When you should be finding your men out here and laying with them and bringing forth a new progeny. And the children you have here should be teaching them. They should be being taught by that men, and y'all should be those men, and they should be tuning on into that higher intelligence. You should be moving and changing your life. Get away from these males, these animals, because they're around your children. You're destroying your babies if you have some. You're destroying your mentality. You're bringing your mental frequency down. Get around the 1%. Find the 1%. Separate yourself. Separate yourself. The evolution is taking place. Wake up. Look what's in front of you. They're slowing us down. The last black men and black women on earth will be those people who are mentally in tune with this higher message, this knowledge of mentellect. Go to the som.info. Like I said, for you people who don't get this, who you just tuned in because you was just curious, yeah, you got a little bit of, you got your curiosity quenched, or you got to hear a little bit of this crazy man. Now go on, because it's supposed to sound like high frequency to you. It's supposed to sound funny and crazy to you because it's not registering with you, because you tuned into some silly nigga nonsense that the white man set up here. You believe you an African American. You still believe your vote count. You still believe that this society give a damn about you, that you niggas are just, like I said, you just here giving your money to the white man and waiting to die. That's all you niggas are doing in society. You ain't doing nothing else. You understand? You got no place to go. When you talking on your goddamn cell phone, you ain't talking to nobody of any real importance. And you know it. These books that you consuming ain't about nothing but more information put out by the beast to lower your intelligence. I said the lessons that you learn in this society are meant to lessen your natural intelligence. So when the light comes and you start receiving the light, when you start receiving the intel, the intellect over the information, it's going to start to advance you. People want to load you down with information. because they teach you that you're ignorant. They teach you that you're ignorant, savage African. That's what they started teaching you as soon as they got you here. And the brainwashing has not stopped. And you have accepted it. You have accepted it. Those of you who will evolve and move into the future will no longer accept it anymore. You will give him back his white God, his white devil, his religion, his philosophy, his books, his information. You'll give it all back. You'll say no thank you. You'll give him back his booty magazines, his ass clapping in the clubs. You'll give him back everything. You understand that? And you'll come amongst the 1%, your own. See, because these niggas who talk against it say, oh, that's crazy. What's this guy talking about? What are you niggas doing? Nothing. You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. You're going nowhere. It's only a matter of time before they get rid of you. Either the white man will get rid of you through the guard race, or you'll just wander along aimlessly until you fall off of the planet, until you just drop dead. Because like I said, that's all you black people in the society are doing. You're just walking around giving your money to the white man till you drop dead. That's all you're doing. You're not advancing anywhere. You're not going anywhere. But the door is opening right now. The door is opening to this higher intelligence, to this higher frequency. Do you think that when we were building on the earth and when we were receiving this higher intelligence that was supposed to stop, or was something put in our way to slow us down? You should want this future to come. You should be in the forefront of the future. They want to put you in the past. These niggas in the conscious community, these niggas in everyday life, they want to, the conscious niggas want to keep you in the past, and the niggas caught up in American pop culture want to keep you in the present. They want to talk about Beyonce and her goddamn baby in a wig and a weave, and they want to talk about what the latest hip hop song is, or what the little nigga of the month is doing, or who in the club clapping their ass, or who got the fattest ass, or that's the level of frequency they want to keep you on. You should want to get away from niggas who ain't talking about nothing. These males, these animals, these animated beings, these low frequency beings who do nothing but eat, sleep, and crap and have sex. And you actually laying down with them. Laying down with the black male today is the same thing as laying down with a goddamn white man. It's no different. For you black women, I don't sleep with the white man. I don't mix my seed, but you lay down with the black male. That's just as bad, because he vibrates on the same frequency. You better find yourself a real black man, a real black men. We're gathering them in the 1%. Those who are going to be mentally in tune, because I don't lay down with black females. I lay down with black women. Those who are mentally in tune. Those who will vibrate on a certain frequency, on a higher frequency. That's who I lay down with. That's who I reach out to. You won't see me reaching out to black females, because it's damn near like reaching out to an animal. You vibrate on a low frequency. You sew dead animal hair and your human hair or animal fur from the humans into your head. You got all kind of different colors. I can go get me an African savage from a tribe if I wanted that with a fat ass. I don't need you. I don't need you. You black women who know that I'm telling the truth, who can tune and resonate, you know that you're not supposed to be laying down with these nasty niggas or these beasts from the other races. You're not supposed to lay down with them. You're supposed to be laying with gods, real God, not some nigga who say he God, but you being a male. Real people who are for the evolution of our people. These are the men that are going to stimulate you sexually, mentally, everything. They're going to stimulate you anyway. You're going to go and seek those men out, because it's in tuned in you, it's encoded in your DNA to seek out those men who stimulate you and stimulate your intelligence and cut on that light in your head and get you attracted to them sexually. You're going to seek those men out. You're supposed to seek those men. You're not supposed to lay down with some nigga who can't click on the light in your head. Some dead nigga. You might well be committing bestiality, because you laying down with a two-legged animal. That's what a lot of you black males are. You like the damn beast, because you vibrate on the same frequency. You understand? Some nigga tatted all up, got tats all over his face and all his ass and his pants hanging out. That's what you want to lay down with? You know? Some pork eating nigga? Some dirty chicken eating nigga? Or some blunt smoking nigga? That's what you want to lay down with? You think you're going to continue a progeny with that? You think that's a real man? You better think again. Is that a god? Or is that an animal? A mammal, a man animal. You black men who are laying down with these chicks with a fat ass, you might well go, like I said, go to the African tribal thing and go get one of them. It's the same thing. These empty-headed chicks. They're not real women. They're not real women. They know laying down with them is no different than laying down with womankind. A kind of woman, but not really a woman. Artificial. Empty-headed. We're supposed to turn on as well with those women who resonate as mental beings with us. I know I do. If you don't, something wrong with you. If you still choose to lay down with the male, something's wrong with you. You are not of the 1%. You are of the 99. You will perish off of the face of the earth, just like the rest. It's no different. All those stories where they was talking about in the Bible of God getting rid of everybody on the earth and just keeping 4 people of Noah and whatnot, even though a lot of those stories are based on something else, it is based on the reality. The white man knows it's based in reality. That's why he made that movie, The Knowing, where those white men who were supposed to be God, they were aliens, they were supposed to be God, they came, they wiped everybody off the face of the earth and started with the little white boy and the little white girl again, because they was just, what that represented was that these people have already advanced to what they know. They cannot receive no more knowledge, they cannot receive no more, they're not going to receive it until they finish. Start again. That's how they look at it. And that's going to happen again. You see it. You see it. The white man has received the order to wipe out the population, to wipe out 90% of the population. He's going to do it. I hope he do it. I want them to do it. I want the Illuminati or whoever is in charge of wiping out the population to do it. Do it! Does that sound evil? No. No, because the gods are telling, the Amun race are telling them to do it. They're making a way for the 1% to come forward. You should want it too. You should goddamn pray for it. You should pray not to see these niggas no more around you. Or these beast people. Though some of them will still exist here, a few, but the number will be driven down. You will truly inherit the earth, my people, the 1%. You will inherit the earth, the mentalians, the intellectuals, the receivers, the rays on the earth, the true Nubians and the Nubian people. Nuniki, whatever, all the names that we would call the God race. You are supposed to inherit the earth. The earth was made for you, for us, by us. Not no goddamn part on the planet called Africa. Not no place, not in no section where the white man sections you off at. The earth belongs to you. You are the gods and goddesses on the earth, but you don't want to be that. You want to be part-timers and you want to indulge in this nigga nonsense with the animals. The black animal, the white animal, they all the same. I said the black man, the white man, they know it's different. They know different. These nigga women, they know different. These nigga men know different. They'll kill you faster than a damn white man will. You niggas cried over Trayvon Martin, like I said, but Trayvon Martin get killed every day in the hood. That's a sacrifice. Sacrifices will be made. God, according to that story, sacrificed the whole planet to save 2 people. That's real. These stories are not being resonated or being transmitted for no reason. The God race killed off all the dinosaurs on the planet, sank them into the damn earth so that they could produce your plantation, your plant life and your vegetation on the planet, so you can have oil. All the things that you need to live. They lived and died so that you can come and live. Just like the 99% are gonna die off the planet, so that you, the 1%, can bring open that God race. This is real. This is not no game. You are the ascension. I'm going to go through the last things of this. Make sure I touched on everything of these last real black men and black women on earth. You are the mental beings. You are the mental race. You are the receivers. You are the rays. You are the ones who are going to be the real mental beings, the last black men and the black women. You will no longer be in darkness. There will be light. You are going to be the last real black men and black women on earth who are going to transform into bright men and bright women. Mentalians, receivers of light, of pure intelligence. You're going to transform into light beings. That's happening right now. The black race are going to see it, and they're going to run away from you. They're going to see it and acknowledge it, and they're going to want to stay away from you. That is you today, the 1%. You are becoming the bright race. You will survive into the future world because you will receive higher knowledge on how to survive into the future world. You will not fall into the pitfalls of the things that the people fell into in New Orleans and in Haiti. You won't be in those places. But you will be in those places if you associate with these people. Hell, you might be in a major earthquake that might happen in Florida, New York, anything, bus crash. These people are always scheduled to check the hell out. You don't have to be there if you are of the God race, if you are 1%, because the 1% have to live on to bring forth the new progeny. So you're not in the 99 percentile that's scheduled for death. They refer to you as black people because you are in the dark about who you are. You still think you Africans. You still think you still concerned with the things that's going on here in society. You niggas think that this is real. You think this whole thing that you experience is real. It's nothing but some illusion that was created by the damn white man to distract you from moving as those builders, as the God race, to slow down your evolution. That's what this whole thing is for. That's the reality. That's the truth. I told you I was going to tell my people the truth. And you ain't going to always be what you like. The 1% will only evolve because the 1% will be the receivers who will sit still and receive. They will not be held down by ego. They won't be held down by low-frequency vibrations. They're going to sit and receive. They're going to come together as one. They're going to see the need in these last days and the new days to come, why we have to come together as one. That's why the 1% will be the only ones to evolve. The 99%, they caught in confusion. Forget them. The ones who will judge the mentality of those who will receive this higher intelligence will be the intellectuals, the true intellectuals. I said the word judge is short for judgmental. The God race has judged you already. The almond beings have judged you. That's why you're able to receive this message. It's going to resonate to you. Those who can receive this message and it resonates to you, you have been judged as worthy. Those who cannot receive this message, those who, why he's saying that, this nigga crazy, why he talking about the Africans and the white men, you niggas have been judged unfit to receive this message because you connected with them. That's why you worried about them. So I don't even give a damn what you niggas think. You've been judged already. You with the 99% because you identify with them. We don't identify with the 99%, so we don't give a damn. We don't care what happens to them. Because you niggas are just like the beast. That's the judgment. That you are judged as fit to receive this higher knowledge and to evolve into the future because this message will resonate to you. It will come as real. You will come amongst the 1% because you belong here. You are judged, a.k.a. judgmental. Receive that mental. You are judged to receive or fit to receive that higher intelligence based on your genetics of who you are. The oath that you took before you came here. As single cell, as sperm cells, I mean to say. As a sperm cell, that single sperm cell that made it into the ovum. You took an oath, whether you know it or not. You took a mental oath because you made it here. You wanted to be here. Your purpose for being here is to find your 1% and bring about this evolution. Teach the babies. teach the babies the truth, the knowledge of intellect, as I'm teaching y'all. That's the purpose for you being here, not to shake your ass, not to be standing around with some stupid niggas talking about, oh, I wonder if Barack Obama going to be president next year. Who gives a damn? All that's distractions. Well, you know, how the tax break's going to be. Well, I'm going to get my 401k plan. Nigga, please. You of the 99%. You've been judged already. This is not for you. You understand? It's not for you. You've been judged already. You're going to go with the 99%. You've chosen to cut everything out of your head. You've chosen to block everything out. When you hear this message, it's going to come up scrambled. You're going to hear things that you're not really listening to. You're not going to be able to figure it out. You're not going to be able to fathom what's being said here because you are. It's not for you. It's for you. You are of the 99%. You vibrate on Pan-African. If I say Pan-Africanism, if I say Barack Obama, if I say America KKK and the white man is the devil, that's what you vibrate on. You are of the 99%. There's no higher intelligence for you. There's no higher frequency for you. This is high frequency knowledge, and it's going to come in even stronger in a minute. You understand that? You've been judged. You've been judged by the God race, by the children, by the ascension. This is the world to come. The God race wants the planet back. They want it in the hands of the ascension. We're down in the final minutes of our broadcast. Like I said, this is supposed to sound like crazy talk to the people who are not in tune. I want it to sound like crazy talk. I don't want you to get it. I don't want you, well, what's this crazy stuff this brother talking about? I want it to sound crazy to you. I want it to not register with you. It's done purposely not to register with the niggas. This is high frequency talk. I want it to register to you as cult talk, madness, everything you're going to call it. Because I know you niggas are in that low frequency state. It's going to sound like crazy talk, cult talk to the people who are vibrating on a low frequency. So it's not for you. For those of you who vibrate and who know what I'm saying, you see it. See, because everybody can't see what you see, you of the 1%. That's a higher frequency of light coming even into your eyes. Just as I said, you are evolving mentally, so shall your physical capabilities start to evolve. You will start becoming gods on earth, as it was promised. Are ye not gods? You will become gods above men, those who are almighty and supreme amongst the regular people on the planet. That's real. That evolution is taking place. Or do you want to stay with the niggas because you feel comfortable amongst the group, amongst the 99ers? Stay with them. Die with them. Stay with them. Vibrate on that same low-level frequency with them. But for the 1%, you're going to build again. You're going to build the minds of the children. First and foremost, you've been initiated. You've been chosen. Because if a message resonates with you, obviously it resonates for a reason. Because you vibrate on a high mental frequency. You can only hear it. You can hear where it makes sense at. Those people who can't, they're not on this frequency. Same way like when you turn a radio dial and certain state radios pick up certain stations and certain ones don't, you picking up this station. You're picking up this frequency because it's the highest. What do they teach us in this society? That we all are African, red, black, and green, America, and all this other nonsense, basketball, sports, who in the playoffs, Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is enough to make the 1% want to throw up. The nigga nonsense. The stupid nigga nonsense, just the American pop culture nonsense, just the planetary nonsense that the humans, that mankind, the beast puts here that you niggas consume every day. This weed smoking, all the stuff you do, all the junk you niggas into is enough to make the 1% sick. This is for the dissatisfied. I do this for the dissatisfied because you're going to be the inheritors of the planet. That's why I do this, for the dissatisfied. For you niggas that's satisfied, for y'all coming here looking for the new Pan-African rant, the new knowledge, the new lessons, the new degrees, who kicking the divine science. No. This ain't for you. This is high frequency knowledge. This is the knowledge of mentellect. Mentellect. Not intellect, but mentellect. Though that mental knowledge for those who are chosen. Those who are mentally fit to receive higher knowledge, the elect. This is the 144,000, the real 144,000 of the gathering that was talked about in the book of Revelations. That's real. That's real. All that's talking about is the birth of a new generation, a new race that's going to come out of the children of Israel, which are represented as the black race. That's another name for the black race. The ones who are going to be mentally dead. The ones who are talking in madness and chaos, these niggas who losing their mind, it's meant for them to lose their mind, because as they're losing their minds, you're gaining yours. The frequency that's supposed to be going to the 99% of everybody on the planet, they have already rejected it already. And the almond race has rejected them. So now the frequency is going to be concentrated on a few. And once that frequency, that mental frequency, and that those messages, those encoded powers of thought are focused on those chosen few, then you're going to become gods amongst men. That's how you raise the gods or the supreme beings from amongst the regular people, because that concentrated knowledge is on a few, where it was supposed to be on many. That's why it says many are called, but few are chosen. I'm going to take this last call because we're in the last 9 minutes. 708, you're on the air.
Peace. I just wanted to say, I listen to your show, man, but I really think we need to have love for us people, because I don't know when you stop making the distinctions between Nubians and Africans. Because if you say that, if you clump into one group as Africans and you saying you Nubians, it's like, man, I come from the Nuba people, which is some Sudanese people. Right? Nuba. That's where the name come from, Nubia. So it's like, how you talking about all these?
It doesn't come from there. They picked it up and adopted. Let me stop you. Because you can find the word new. I said the root word of the word Nubia or Nuba is new. You can find the word new going back just as far back into Sumeria with the word Inuniki. All right, you see the word new in there. They just attach certain names onto that word new. I said we register as the new people. They don't have a time reference for that name. Now go ahead. Go on.
So, and I'm just saying, I just don't think we need to be spewing out so much hate towards so-called black Africans, and that's all I really want to say, man.
No, well, like I said, if you feel you have a connection for the Africans, maybe you got it in your bloodline. Maybe you with the tribal Africans. Well, I'm not. I come from builders. I don't come
about them like that. I think that's disrespectful. That's all.
Well, then you have a connection with them. I just told the truth. If you don't like the truth, I'm sorry.
About anybody else, nothing about no Indians living primitive.
Hell with the Indians too. I done said that plenty of time with the Indians. I don't know why you black people claim the Indians. I done said that too. The hell with the Indians too. They not our people. They came from
Indians,
they a bunch of Chinese. The Chinese, huh?
I'm talking about even like the Indians.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, who are not really the Native Americans. The Nubian people or the Mende people were here first, called the Olmecs. You understand? They were here first, building and whatnot. And the so-called Indians came here under a man named Hushin in the 4th century, and they mixed in with those people. Those are not the real Native Americans. We are. So no, the Indians are primitive too. I don't subscribe to no goddamn Indians neither.
Okay, my last question is this: when you keep saying bill, what does that entail? That's it.
Well, that entails right now taking the minds of our babies back and building schools for our children from grade 1 to 12. That's what we're going to do in the state of Mentel, because in order for you to build, you have to build up the minds of the people first and foremost. And we do come from a nation or a tribe of builders, because you look at everything where we went, whether we was in Sumeria, Babylon, Nubia, Egypt, all that we built. Even in the early Americas, we built things. We're not Africans. The Africans didn't build nothing. You could look at what they got in everything they got in they tribal thing, and right now that's whatever building they got, the white man put them there, and that's the truth, and you know it.
Well, Well, all I'm saying is this: we all evolving continuously, hopefully on a daily basis, and
No,
we just
no,
got to
no,
be
all of us.
about.
Well, all of us are not
Hopefully
going
we
to
not.
evolve.
Well, it's about being a pessimist or an optimist or a realist, whichever route you want to go.
I am a realist. That's why I said that. For the person who's not a realist, he think everybody going to evolve together. That's not a reality.
Well, this whole culture out here allows you to be able to go to the store, shop, to things, and ain't nobody out here really living in these cities extracting from the planet what they need, like food and things of that nature. Because we don't have those skills. So it's like we so comfortable to talk this and that in this United States country because we don't have the skills, and we not living a lifestyle where we dependent upon it. And just like you say, mental, it's environmental, because you dependent on the environment for nutrients and things to have a decent mental state.
Mm-hmm. Well, not having is not an excuse for not getting. I'm tired of hearing black people telling what we don't have. We can go and find out how to work this planet. We got to get into it. If we stop, if black men, these black males out here, I'm not talking about the rest of them, because the majority of our people are going to keep doing what they're doing. I'm not interested in them. I'm talking about the ones of our people who know and this message resonates to them. Stop doing what the 99% do, of smoking weed and standing around the corner with your pants hanging off your ass, and you black women standing around in the club with your ass hanging out, clapping your butt cheeks, doing whatever the hell you doing, or talking to some simple-minded nigga. If you stop doing that and focused on the evolution of our people and coming together as the 1%, the ones who are going to move forward and survive into the future world, then we wouldn't have to worry about that. Everything else is going to continue as it's supposed to be in a rotation until it rolls out. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about a straight line of evolution. I'm not interested in the revolutionary people. I'm not interested in the 99 percentile. I'm not interested in what they're doing.
Well, hopefully the training grounds are set up for that 1% or whatever percent.
That's what it is.
And do what they do.
That's what it. That's
positive vibes, And try to be positive, because you ain't trying to get no enemies with the Africans or nobody else. You just want to just just build, man, for real. Everybody got a brain, and it's like they got melanin just like we got melanin, and are you coming from the whole Ham, Shem, and Japhet situation when you saying like, oh, we Nubians and they Africans and they this and they that? What are you basing that on any particular,
Look at the Africans and look at the Nubians. Look at what we did and look at what they did. Look at where we come from. We built America. All right? There's a reason why you got certain Africans who are not here versus the Nubian people that they brought here to build America. They built America on cotton crops, same way Egypt was built. That was all done purposely. The crest of America is the same ancient Egyptian or Nubian crest of the eagle or the phoenix, which they took from us, or the Bennu bird. All that is our thing taken from us. They used us to build a society. Okay? All that because we got melanin or whatever. First of all, we got carbon in our skin, not melanin, but that's a whole different other thing. I'm not going to get, because we only have a few minutes. I'll touch on it another time. Just because people got color to their skin, the East Indians got color, but they not our people. You can obviously tell that, right?
So when did they become not our people? If we all originated,
they were never our
man
people.
Or woman. So we
were never our people. That's why they were never our
people. So you saying different black people come from different black species?
Yes.
Okay. So what? So next, I would like for you to do a show on the species of black people.
Okay, I'll do something. I'll definitely do that. I will definitely do that because we got a few minutes left. If you would have called her, I would have went into breaking it down. That'll be like the next, maybe the Wednesday show. You tune back in. All right.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. That's gonna be it. State of Mentel Radio. Join us on Monday. Topic is undecided. I think we're going to be doing how to build a new society amongst the 1%. That's going to be the topic, so that we can have practical knowledge, not just me talking. Okay? I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares. This has been State of Mentel Radio. Good night. Join us again Monday, 9 p.m.